Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, if anyone can hear me, this is Rockman. Should have probably... I'm testing again. Hold on again. Well, I'm actually moving this time. I'm watching my video. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to send a message to someone. Oh, great, of course they're gone. I want to know if this is actually streaming. I'm trying to stream now. Come by if you can. Let me just, yeah, it looks like it's streaming. Okay. I also, not really paying attention to the game. My parents are right upstairs, and they obviously have no idea what streaming is, so I hope they don't think I'm talking to myself. Just let me, and if I'm talking a little bit quietly, that's why. Turn this down again. So we'll see if Codoon shows up. Whatever that was, I lost that. That was stupid. It's possible that, well, you can actually... Okay, I just saw... I see you in the chat room there, Codum, and I can see what you're saying. Obviously, there's a 30-second delay. Basically, what I did differently this time was there's some sort of like coding file that you apparently need, and Twitch like took it off their website, probably getting rid of support for this program. I don't even know why I have Frizzle Frazzle there. It's also possible that the whole thing is frozen and I can't see any more of your messages, because that's happened before. So if you're still in the chat room and you can hear me, just tell me that it's still going and you can still hear everything. Man. Okay, cool. Yeah, because what was happening before was, like, it would start and then the video would freeze and my brother wouldn't be able to, you know, I had him in here and just everything stopped. Oops. guess I'm not used to having the regular gun here. I need a more powerful weapon. Is this enjoyable for you at all, Kodum? Oh, hey, Coffee. Here's a fun fact. I was playing this co-op with with a friend of mine who's actually my cousin's husband. He's so bad at video games, he could not get through this part. Like, no matter how much I tried to explain to him, he lost all 30 lives on this point, and he had to just game over and let me get past those energy beams. Yeah, I don't know why this never came out on VC. This is, what, Konami, right? I don't know why. His ability should have lasted longer there. I tried to get him to play Portal 2, and he couldn't do it with a controller the way I do it on the Xbox. When he uses a keyboard and mouse to play, he's like, "Oh, this is like, it's like he can do that." But like, I couldn't play with a keyboard and mouse to save my life because I'm a console gamer. Yeah, he doesn't play video games. He played, like, the Super Nintendo when he was a kid, and then, like, he never played anything again. I've tried to get him for years to get him more into video games, but he's just not a gamer. Extra Life. It's like, when I play Portal 1 or 2, I can, like, do speed runs on a console with a controller. Then you give me a keyboard and mouse, and it's like I'm driving a stick shift instead of an automatic. It's like I'm grinding the gears. I can't do anything. Shoot. Should have went up there. I'm up there now. How's the volume? Also, I'm sure the video quality is pretty shitty as well. reading chat. I didn't even see what killed me. Probably that thing. Yeah, I saw NCS's No Death Run. Oh, you've seen a lot worse quality streams. Yeah, okay. I got 6 lives left, and this is the final level. Whoa, did you see that? Machine gun just, like, fell into oblivion. As long as I get spread, I'd probably do this. Regular gun is just so freaking weak. Also, I guess I'm used to having 2 players, because I usually play this... I knew I wasn't going to make that. I usually play this co-op with my brother. What the fuck? Yeah, now we're going good. Because I don't stupidly fall in a pit or something. How did Coffee Grinder even get in here? Are you subscribed to me? Or following me? I sent Doom a message. And I just lost spread. That was great. Screw these guys. Whoa. If I die on this final boss... Extra life. That was close. These guys hit me if I stay here, apparently. Ah, there we go. Okay, I beat it. First stream that actually worked. I don't know what's happening there. It sounded like it lagged a little bit there. But thank you guys for watching. I don't know, should I stop the stream now? Should I do something else? What game? I mean, I was thinking of doing Zelda 2, but that's, you know, I'd rather do that when, like, Chirp and some more people are here. Rest 3. Could do Mega Man 2. Just thinking of Super Mario Brothers 2. Let me see if I can load a different game. Battle of Olympus? Is that a NES game? Now this is weird when I... Oh. No, that's actually not that weird. Never mind. Battle of Olympus. Battle of Olympus. I have no idea what this game is. Here's a question. How do I make somebody a mod in my chat? This seems pretty interesting. Something hidden high in the trees. This actually reminds me a lot of Zelda 2 already. Slash mod space and their name. Okay. Yeah, I see some options. There's like ignore, unfollow, timeout, ban, voice, unvoice, and op. I don't see anything that says mod though. Inside the cave there may be an invisible door. These hints are really helpful, like, yeah, I can tell. I already forgot whatever hints they gave me. Okay, is that a teddy bear with an arrow or a spear coming out of its head? And now these enemies are raping me. Continue. Alright, let me try that mod command. It says I have added Kodum as a moderator. Alright, you know I never play games without a walkthrough. Who has the walkthrough strategy guide for this game? Oh, a girl. There is a legend about a man who could control fire by using the Staff of Fennel. That's great. if I'm in the right town. You might have to refresh to get the sword icon. These enemies are like right on the ground, and your club, you know, it only hits them when they jump. I'm collecting red orbs of some kind. I don't know if I should keep playing this game or not. Oh, I've never been here before. Got right in there before the enemy hit me. This game looks so much like Zelda 2. What the f... See if I can beat this guy without getting hit. Yeah. Got hit stupidly there. I've got saves on certain parts of this game. Let's see here. Let's do this one. I don't know if you guys know, but that's the way to not get hit by that boss, is to pause and unpause like this. It's totally not a glitch, it's a feature. It's really laggy, it's blinking. Might be this, just the boss, there's too many things on the screen. Yeah, or it just might be that it's the wrong program. Yeah, I mean, my emulator is blinking a lot. It's it might just be the sprite flickering of too many things being in the game at once. Yeah, because I don't know how you're supposed to not get hit by that boss's, projectiles if you don't do that. I mean, you can dodge them pretty easily if there's 1 or 2 left, but when they're all there, you just hit pause and unpause. Is there any sprite flickering right now? I would assume not. Yeah. Yeah. Most people on Quickman, they use Flashman's weapon as soon as they come in. I like to get him down past half health and then just watch as his life slowly drains away and he can do nothing about it. I was gonna say, I think it looks like Woodman is wearing like mittens or something. He looks like a derp. Die, you fuck. I actually saw somebody play this game blind a few weeks ago, and they were talking about how they hated this upcoming level because there's no music. They said that was stupid, whereas I think it's like the ambiance of the level. And like they had such a problem with these this acid dropping from the ceiling, whereas everyone knows that all you have to do is just keep moving and it won't hit you. It's not even a threat. He was like dodging each one and taking damage and complaining about it. Here's the spoilers of the century. Dr. Wily's an alien. You know what else is so hard for me is like, I know people have different opinions about, what games, like, oh, I like this game and I hate this game. And just turn down the sound on that. there's probably a lot of sprite flickering there. I mean, it's you know, I don't mind so much when somebody says like, I know I don't like this game, but it's okay if you do. You know, that's fine. But like, it's when a person, you know, just keeps saying like, this game is bad, this game is bad, you know, this game is bad, and it's like a game that you like. It's like they're insulting your own child. You know, it's hard to just take it. You know, what you should say is just like, you know, I like this game. I can understand if somebody else doesn't share my opinion, or vice versa. But when you just like hate on it and hate on it and hate on it, it gets annoying. When I was a kid, I never knew what this ending was supposed to mean. We always called it the mystery ending. Now, those pink things are cherry blossoms. I never knew that for years and years. Cherry blossoms are, you know, a thing in Japan. It's like in Japan there's 5 seasons. It's like you're going through the seasons, and yet there's 5 of them here. That's one of the things I didn't understand. One of them is cherry blossom season. It's like the 5th season. You gonna try and beat them all? When I was a kid, the first Mega Man game I played was Mega Man 2. So I loved that. I never played Mega Man 1. And then we got Mega Man 3, and we loved that. But then we got Mega Man 4, and it was just something about it. I think we rented it, and we just didn't like it for whatever reason. So, I mean, I can beat Mega Man 2 and 3 no problem, because I'm really good at it, and I've been doing it since they came out. But Mega Man 1, 4, 5, and 6, I've beaten those on an emulator with save states. I tried beating 9. I beat the Robot Masters. I couldn't beat Wily. 10 has easy mode. I like 10. Two meters and 3 centimeters, man. I'd like to meet that guy. Not to mention Yuki-chan's papa. I think when I... Hi, Saucy Mike. I think when I click out of the window to try to find a different game, it pauses the game, so that's kind of not good. Yeah, it's like back in the early NES days, people who made the video games, it's like Fishman. It's like they didn't want to use their real names for some reason. Well, that's good. Thank you, Mike. It's my, 4th test, I think, and finally the first one that actually worked. Let's check out this boss from Mega Man 3. I think there's a couple of different weapons that might work on him. I always use Hard Knuckle, don't know why. Just do. I love the boss music here. Shouldn't have jumped there. always so paranoid now if like the stream has like stopped working. It's like when you guys don't say anything, I'm like, did the stream freeze? Is it still broadcasting? One more hit should do it. Yeah, that's the only hard part about Mega Man 3. Like, the regular Robot Masters are easy. The Wily levels, I think, are like the easiest Wily levels ever. The only ones that are difficult are the Doc Robot stages, as they call them. Oops. Oops. The most recent Mega Man in the classic series was Mega Man 10. I don't know where they left off in X, actually. I've only ever played Mega Man X 1 through 4. Screw that guy. Another thing, when I saw somebody do this game blind, they saw this room and they were like overwhelmed for a second. They're like, oh my god, this is going to be difficult. I was going to say that was not difficult at all. And then I fell off the ladder. It's not really difficult. I believe this is the Mega Man clones, yeah. Always starts out on the top first. And if you know that, apparently you can rape him. That was really fast. I was surprised that I killed him that fast. I don't know what those robots are, garbage robots or something. I also have no idea how to not get hit by those things that they throw. I lost a lot of health there. I like sliding across that gap, usually that doesn't happen. If I could only remember which Robot Master is in which freaking place. That's not good. That was lucky. I got 9 energy tanks, why not use one? I do know that Shadow Man is over here. So while I have near full health, I'm going to take him out. Top Spin is like the stupidest weapon ever. This might be Hardman. Nope. Hardman must be to the left of that. Yeah, I thought that until recently, that Top Spin was the only thing that damages the final boss, but apparently Search Snake also damages him. I saw it in a speedrun. I might actually try to do that. Okay, I think we have Shadow Man and Snake Man left. Or no, Spark Man and Snake Man. Something weird about this game, I think, is that most of the bosses, their own weapon affects them. Like, it does 7 shots or something, I think. Their own weapon on every boss, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I could be using Search Snake on Snake Man here. This isn't even the right weapon. I'm supposed to be using Needle there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Now, I'm sure there's a couple of different ways to do this boss as well, but here's what I do. I use Spark Shot on the first part of him. That's this little gun turret, I guess, on the bottom of him. Now, what you do here is you switch to Rush Jet, and there's going to be some slowdown. Because of the slowdown, because there's so many sprites on the screen at once, the Rush Jet weapon energy is going to go down really slowly, which gives you more time to just sit here and kill Wily. Now here's something stupid in this room that I've never understood. This is the beginning of the level. You just teleported in here. There's no way you wouldn't have full health. What is that health doing at the top of the screen? There's no reason for it to be there. So there's no reason for me to get that health. There's no reason for me to get that energy tank, because I'm full on energy tanks. Now let me see if I can remember what this guy did. The speedrunner from, I think it was an AGGQ. No, that doesn't work. I can't remember what he used on this first part. Was it Shadow Blade? Yeah, okay. He used Shadow Blades on this first part. And then what he did here was he used, I don't know if this is going to work. Probably not, because I'm not a speedrunner. But he used Rush Coil. And he did this so he's in the air, and then he switched to Search Snake. Well, that did hit him, but obviously I'm not a speedrunner. I couldn't do it that fast. What I normally do, as I'm about to die, I mean, I guess you could jump on his head and use Search Snake. What I normally do is use Rush Jet to get right above his head, and then as I unpause and fall, just spam the attack button on topspin. Where's Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. Wily misspelled. I do love this ending. Any idea what time Chirp is coming online tonight, Kodum? You said Dr. Wright, didn't it? Why am I so good? Because I've been playing this game since it came out, whatever year that was. Pacific, so that would be 9 Central. You ever watch the Mega Man cartoon? I think it's the Mega Man cartoon where, like, Dr. Wily, he pronounces Proto Man, he's like, Proto Man! 2. You know, I can beat Super Mario Bros. 1 if anyone's interested. I have NES and Super Nintendo emulators, and I actually have pretty much every ROM in existence for those systems. But then I have some that are like my favorite to play. This was either this or Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was the first video game I ever played. Probably this. It's at a friend's house. Let's speed run this. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never been able to find a Nintendo 64 emulator that works for Mac. At least not one that's free. I also have a Genesis emulator and I think a Game Boy emulator, but I don't have very many games for those. I mean, I have some games. Stream Sonic Spinball. I also have Steam. I suppose I could stream on that. You ever watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? I knew as soon as I jumped there, I'm like, I should not have done that. I'm going to get hit. I don't want to screw this up and die on my stream. I want to freaking beat this game. I was going to say, because sometimes, you know, when you just start up this level, you just happen to blurt out, "Hey, do the Mario!" I know there's some glitch that speedrunners use. I think I might have screwed that up. I can't believe I screwed that up. That was stupid. Well, if I knew... See, there's some glitch that speedrunners use that, like... You somehow go in one of these pipes and you come out in the warp zone, and I have no idea how to do that. Crap. So you did watch the Zelda cartoon. Got that on DVD. Since you're a mod, Kodum, do you know how to change the game? Because I'm sure it probably still says Contra. Be a bit more careful and not screw this up this time. Yeah, I have no idea how to change the game either without going into like my editing thingamajig. Fireworks. Me and my brother used to call that booty whoopage. Okay, let's not screw this up this time. I'll just have the 4 hardest levels of the game. There's a 1-up down there, but I'm not going to bother with that buzzy beetle. Well, I'm so far away from 100 coins, getting coins isn't going to matter either. They don't give you a lot of time to finish this level. That's just coins. That was kind of a hard part. I was thinking of a different level. There we go. Also, that enemy who throws the spinies, I don't know, I've heard some people pronounce his name Lakitu. I always pronounced it Lakitu. Yeah, this part here. You guys still there? Is the stream still working? Just being extra careful there. Yeah, see, if I check my browser every time, oh, actually it's delayed. Because the stream is delayed by 30 seconds or whatever it is. Just a second. Huh. I think if you're still in the stream, Kodum, you're the only one still here. Looks to me like I'm still broadcasting. Me and my brother used to call the Hammer Brothers Surly Sam. Better not screw this up. As long as you have fireballs here. I'm running out of time. If you are still there, Kodum, the last thing that I can read in chat is... I think you have to set me up as an editor. I'm sure everyone else left because I'm so boring. So I'm just gonna beat this game, hopefully, and then stop. I think it's a success enough for now. Yeah, are my messages going through now? Yeah, I see that. See, killing that Hammer Brothers, or getting past that Hammer Brothers without fireballs is very difficult. And obviously having fireballs on Bowser makes him a joke. It's a huge slowdown right there. Okay, it was just Twitch eating your messages. I think you're the only one still here, though. But I beat Super Mario Bros. 1. As you can see, I didn't use any save states, cheating, didn't lose a life. Nothing like that. So what do you think? Should I just call this a success and stop here? Yeah, Twitch has been really bad today. Just things not loading and eating of messages also. Yeah. Do you think anyone... do you think I can hold more of an audience? Do you have any constructive criticism? Zelda 2, you know. I mean, there's so many people streaming. It's like, I don't want to be streaming at the same time Jerp's streaming because I want him to watch me and so on. And obviously you stream, and if you're watching me, you can't be streaming yourself. I could, let me take a look at my Super Nintendo games for a second. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Because I've been in so many different people's chat rooms, and I mean, obviously you never would have come and saw me stream unless we knew each other from before. And I've heard people like Chirp say like, "Oh, Rockman, I'd like to check out you streaming Zelda 2 and whatnot." But yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop this here. I'll just give it another minute for the chat to go through and whatnot. But thanks for stopping by. And I'm going to shut down the stream in just a second here.